Italy, Canada, USA won. Great Britain, France, and China won. The Setcher and Reckford of the USA.
So thanks to David Tanner, former director of GB, quite keen to credit Dan Moore, one of his young world-class start coaches, for coaching the men's pair this year to a victory. But we're going to take you through the lightweight women's double sculls. Over on the far side, the Italians, one of the Olympic champions in that boat, Federica Cesarini, Silvia Crosio, 24-year-old behind her in the bows. Thanks to Rachel Quarrell for pointing out Valentino Rodini, the other Olympic champion, will be back in the team, they hope, this year. Jennifer Casson in the stroke seat, so strong on the rowing machine over the 2K test. Jill Moffat, the 30-year-old behind her from the Kingston Rowing Club. There's lane 3, the Americans, Michelle Setcher and Molly Reckford, silver medalists from last year in the Worlds. Behind these two women, Imogen Grant in the stroke seat and Emily Craig behind her showed how fast they are by taking a new world's best time. Need to confirm that by winning today. The Olympic silver medalist, Laura Tarantola from the Grenoble Aviron Club up in the bows, and Claire Beauvais from Mont in the stroke seat. And yet another Chinese crew. This is China 1, Zhu Jiqui, the 21-year-old, up in the bows, and Qi Jiping, 23 years of age, is stroking that double. Both these women raced last year at the Worlds, finished 8th. So they've kind of gone up a step in this company. Who's to come into this race? New Zealand, maybe. Not too many doubles left to come in.
You think Craig and Grant will be after that time again? You think they'll be able to beat it, the world's best time is set?
No, it's not as fast. The lake is pretty flat now. I'm looking at the flags in the grandstand to our right, and they are just hanging limply down on the flagpoles. This isn't going to be a world's best time, but it is going to be a super race, no doubt about that. French led the British yesterday through the 1,000. The Americans will want to take on the British, there's no doubt about that. I think the centre lanes are going to be where the action is going to come from. Having said that, though, it is the French. Well, they led out yesterday, they led out today. What are the tactics for this French double? I mean, the British rode away from them in the last 1,000 metres. But, you know, they're out for gold in Paris 2024, make no doubt about that.
Yeah, and we were talking earlier, too, just about the French and small boats and the doubles and the pairs and that pedigree. And in terms of tactics, well, certainly to get out quick, they're maintaining that lead that they've set, 37 strokes per minute. But everyone else really moving alongside them in terms of speed, so we'll see if they can hold it.
Yeah, the French moving really well. There's Imogen Grant behind her, Emily Craig. Emily Craig did ever so well in the first few races of the British Trial Series. They raced as open weights, and Emily Craig was the faster of the two scullers until the final, when Imogen Grant just got the better of her. But these two women at the top of their game. France lead through 500, Great Britain second, USA third. It's all fairly close as you'd expect. China 1, not far behind. Moffat and Casson in contact 2. It's just the Italians, Crosio and Cesarini, perhaps would like to be a bit more close than they are. They're about 12 metres behind the French leaders, as you can see on that great graphic down at the bottom left of your screen.
GB on the move, toe-to-toe with the French. France able to hold them off. They'll know that they need to do exactly that. But, yeah, Great Britain unable to break France thus far. Still fairly early.
And thanks to Mick Mackay, that great Australian Olympic champion from the awesome foursome, who's watching this down in Australia. We hope you're enjoying this presentation, Mick, as are many other people around the world watching the exciting racing in World Rowing Cup 2. France having a great second quarter, still leading the Brits. The Americans are tracking the British crew. They are the first three. You can see the Americans. There they are, Setcher and Reckford. Talk to me about this double, Colleen.
Yeah, loads of experience. Setcher, the 36-year-old, Reckford, the 30-year-old. They took silver at the World Champs last year. Olympic experience. They were together in Tokyo too. They made the A final, but were off the podium, finishing 5th. And surely, we'll be looking to improve upon that result. But great experience between the two of them, and they know each other quite well. So we'll see how the second 1,000 fares for them. And in fact, as I say that, they're now putting their bow ahead at the halfway point. It is the USA leading France, then Great Britain.
So is this where Grant and Craig think, right, this is our third quarter, we're going to go now, or has that world's best time taken something out of their legs? Grant and Craig, such fantastic racers. Emily Craig, the older of the two athletes, 30 years of age, inspired by Beyonce. And the Britons, well, they're looking at the French, but the Americans have made an absolutely sensational move. Michelle Setcher's called to Molly Reckford, the 30-year-old from New Jersey, the Californian, has just said, let's move. There's the French, who are in third place at the moment, and you can see the British at the moment. They're needing to track the Americans. They'll be surprised that they are in that position. I don't know whether that world's best time might have taken something out of the legs of the British. You never know, because they're such racers, those two women.
Yeah, not atypical for this combination from the US to kind of go around the 1,000, but I think you're right. They'll have to just really keep an eye on Great Britain.
They're moving. This is a sensational move from the Americans, and really taking it to the world champions. Look at them there, so focused in their boat, really strong around the back end, easy flow forward, nice length out the front end. The British now thinking, okay, we've beaten the French. Emily Craig will need to be involved here, the bow woman, just to say, look, I can see the American stern. We need to do a bit more in this last 500. Really looking forward to this last quarter. It is going to be an amazing race. Britain have got so much work to do to get back on the leading Americans. Could this be America's first gold medal of the second rowing World Cup? Setcher and Reckford lead the world champions. Craig and Grant from Britain. It is the French in bronze medal position. China and Canada over there. Italy and Canada over there on the far side. Are Britain moving? I think it's ever so slowly. They are moving slowly, and France still there. They've still got overlap on Britain. 3 crews in it for the gold, silver and bronze medals.
Wow. GB closing up at 39 strokes per minute, moving just a touch quicker than the Americans. The Americans feel that charge. They will need to respond now.
So 250 meters to go. Come on, Michelle and Molly, you can do it. You can beat the world champions and give us an unexpected result. You've just got to hang on for 200 meters, but Imogen Grant is not done. And Emily Craig, the 30-year-old behind her, is going through the calls. They still have a lot of work to do, though, Colleen.
Oh, they have a lot of work to do indeed. The Americans holding it, though, but Great Britain on the charge, cruising in now to the very last stretch of this race. The Americans holding 41 strokes per minute. GB at 39. GB moving, though. Oh, it is so tightly packed. It's looking good for the Americans. Can they hold on to it with still just a bit to go? It looks like it may well be Great Britain. GB just ahead of the Americans now. 40 strokes per minute for Great Britain, 43 for the Americans. Wow. With France then just coming through the line for the bronze. Great Britain, Martin, what an effort at the end. Their legs weren't that tired, not tired enough to hunt down a gold.
I look at Imogen Grant there. She knows she's been in a race. That was so close. I thought they were going to kind of miss out on the gold, but Emily Craig taps Imogen Grant. Well done, girl, she's saying. Setcher and Reckford did everything right. It was just in that final few strokes. They'll have to wait for a gold medal, but what a step on from the American lightweight double. Joseph Adonkshot, the new American performance director, will be delighted, I'm sure, with that race. Frustrated that they didn't win, but the man who's coached 2 doubles from the Netherlands to Olympic gold in Beijing and in Rio, we'll see this as evidence of the influence he's had on the American system.
That's a replay of the start. GB shooting out of the blocks. And the French really quick in that first 500, as we noted, just not able to hold the pace as GB and the Americans moved away. But loads of power from both of these crews. Little look from the bow seat, Michelle Sexter and the USA crew. And Great Britain, they'll be quite pleased with that result. And the times then, so, oh, ever so close for gold. Great Britain to take it.
The victory ceremony
the USA
for
for the silver and France for the bronze.
Great Britain! Great Britain, represented by
Gran Bretagna, rappresentata da
Emily Craig, Imogen Grant,